Get it while it's hot, the Dude Mungus 3000.
The monkey.
Dude and Dudette, say what up, it's your boy Dude Mungus. We're back with another episode. Hey, you see the gloves on, so you know we about to get to it. So this is gonna be my part 2 on how you take care of your bike, how I get ready for bike meets that are coming up. I was recording it earlier. For some reason, my camera decided to be awesome and stopped recording. But anyway, let me get the bike set up and we will jump right into it.
The monkey.
So now we're gonna get to cleaning the chain. I am a Motul guy. Motul, I'm out the camera. Motul chain lube and Motul chain cleaner. That's just me. All of my chains have lasted, on each bike I had, my chain has outlasted the bike. And one of those bikes I had over 40,000 miles on. And the one time I didn't get that many miles out of a chain is when I stopped using Motul. I was just using some, I won't name names, but I was just using some pretty much generic chain cleaner and chain lube. And my chain didn't last that long. And I was like, yo. So I don't know if it was me not maintaining it like I normally do or me using anything that wasn't Motul. All I know is when I didn't use Motul, my chain didn't last that long. So, yeah, that's just not gonna work. I think this chain here actually, for Deadshot, has about maybe about 25,000 miles on this chain. Let me show you my process. Now I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna call it. I call this the quick hack. Jack B. Quick taught me about this. I had no idea. Out of all my years of riding, I had no idea. But cut out a piece of cardboard, fit it around the rim, and now you can. Now it's messing up because I'm trying to do it on camera. And now you spray and you can clean your chain without messing up your wheels. Do you know how long I've been doing my chain and sprocket and cleaning it and then have to clean my wheels afterwards? This prevents me from having to do that. Dude, it's freaking genius. There's a bunch of different brushes you can use. I use this thing, I think it's called the 360 something. I forget what it's called. I'll put it up on there. And this one's dirty because I've been using it for a while. I actually need to get a new one. But I got off of Amazon. I think it was like $6 or $10 or whatever. This thing is great. It goes around the chain like this, and dude, it's freaking great. It's freaking awesome. So I'll normally start off with some chain cleaner, and then again also, so the bike is cold. I normally do this after I've come back I normally clean my chain literally when I get in the garage. Wifey already knows. She's not gonna see me for 10 or 15 minutes because if I don't do anything else, if I don't wipe the bike down, if I do nothing else, I'm at least gonna clean and lube my chain. That's after every ride. That's just me. That's maybe excessive. I don't know. But to get 40,000+ miles out of a chain, dude, that's just what I do. That's just what it is. So, love this. Quick, I thank you for this this quick hack. So I'll just spray the chain, get it lubed up, get it nice and juicy. Some people may use less, some people may use more. You know what? This is just kind of what I do, and it works. It gets the job done. Keep going. So that's what it'll look like with the thing on there. Let me see. Maybe I can just do it from down here so you guys can see. And what I would do, I'll just hold it like that. And that cleans my chain right there. I love this thing. It cleans all sides of the chain. Everything is getting hit. I'll go and take this off. Now I accidentally ran over mine, so mine has a little bend in it, but bam, that's it like there. And what I'll do is, since I done sprayed it and done did it with the brush, I'm just gonna spray it with some more Motul as I roll it, just to clean the little extra grumminess off. Again, that may be excessive for some people it's not enough. And then after I do that, I get a cloth and a microfiber, and I just wipe some of this excess off. And like I said, normally the bike is warm and the chain is hot when I do this, because when the chain is hot, it soaks into the O-rings just a little bit better. All right, let me back you up. I guess that's too close. So as I'm doing this, I'm cleaning, and also I'm rubbing my finger across these bolts just to make sure nothing's loose, nothing's gonna come out. I'm looking at my cush drives, just to make sure they're not cracking or breaking or anything like that. I'm also inspecting the chain, making sure nothing looks weird, and looking at my sprocket, making sure everything looks evenly wore. Like if it looks like jagged edge, like it's about to cut something, it's probably about time to change your sprocket. Cause I've seen some pictures of some sprockets, I'm like, how'd you let it get that bad? Also, when I come around, I'll check my master link just to make sure my master link looks good. When I get to my master link, I'll bring you guys around. So this is my master link. I just want to make sure it looks good. Doesn't look like it's uneven or about to bulge out or pop out for anything like that. Yep, so for me, that's good. So that's done. And I know it done got cold here in Georgia, so I'm not gonna be riding Deadshot for at least 2 days, which sucks. Oh my goodness. So I'm gonna go in and hit it with some lube. Now I don't hit it with a thick coat of lube. I just, you know, hit it with some lube. I just lightly coat it all the way around. You don't need a lot. You don't need to overkill it. Normally, when the chain is hot, I'll go ahead and wipe off this excess. But since the chain is cold and I need to make sure it soaks in, I'm just gonna let it sit. So that's good. And then I remove my quick hack. Love this thing. Something I also want to focus on is while I was here, another safety check I do before I go out of town is make sure I don't trip. But another safety check I do is to make sure my brakes work. I make sure they're not dragging. I just make sure if I press it gradually, it works. I just make sure it's working. Each direction, make sure they grab tight. When I grab it, make sure the wheel not gonna move. Okay, that's good. Now I'm gonna come around and check the front. Okay, it seems to be rolling pretty good. I wanna make sure my brakes work. If I gradually press it, it gradually slows down. Okay, okay. I wanna make sure it's not hung up on anything. That's a normal amount of brake drag for me. That's good. Just making sure everything is smooth, making sure I don't hear no kinks, making sure I don't hear which means that my rotors would be uneven. Just making sure it's a nice, even. That's good, that's good. Just making sure one more time. Bam, that's good. Something else I'm gonna also do is I go through, grab my handy dandy light, and I'll check my brake fluid. Now, I recently installed some tinted reservoirs, but there you go. You see how you can see through the fluid? So it's good. That works for me. Check the rear one. Looks good. I'm cool with that. Something else I will do. All bikes don't have this, but Deadshot just so happens to be one of the bikes that does. And I hope that comes through on camera. But if I go to the menu button, that's not the menu button. It's been so long since I had to use the menu button because Deadshot just works. Oh, for those that might be wondering, you have an up toggle and you have a down toggle. Hit the down toggle, just hold it. Bam, your menu comes up. So you have riding mode, RPM, and then battery. Battery, I click on battery. It shows me I have 12.9 volts. That's pretty good for just standing still and not doing anything. So what I will do, the key's already on. I'm gonna start the bike and see what happens. That's it, that's normal. I just wanted to make sure the battery is charged, and I also wanted to make sure the stator is doing what it's supposed to be doing. The stator and the rectifier, making sure they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. So I hold down. Oh, that sounded good too. Go back to battery, and I'm good to go. And so also, other than that, what you're gonna see me do is I'll literally go through fairing bolts, brake caliper bolts. I'm literally just going to make sure everything is tight. So when I'm coming through, excuse me, I'm checking. Are these brake caliper bolts tight? Are they loose? Are they wiggling? This is my strap kit. Is my strap bolt bolted down how it's supposed to be? I'm checking my front axle nut. Is this tight? Is it not wiggling? I'm checking my brakes. Ooh, floating rotors, heck yeah. Checking. I'll be inspecting the wheels to make sure there's no cracks, no dings, or nothing like that in my carbon wheels. I will also do that with the, I can turn this off. I will also do it with the exhaust. Make sure it's not separating, make sure there's no dings or anything like that. My clear clutch cover bolts, making sure everything is good. I'm checking around it because it's a seal that goes in here. Making sure there's no oil on the seal. It is dirty, so Deadshot needs to be clean. But I'm checking the seal to make sure everything is clean. Brake reservoirs, nothing is leaking. Now look, I just seen this, look. I just found this, checking it. This bolt is loose. It done backed out and came loose. Just little stuff like that you gotta check, you gotta find out. So now, I'm gonna go ahead and tighten it back down so it's good to go. And that's something, if I didn't check, I would have never known that that was loose. And it's just, it is not like, it's not like you're necessarily trying to find something. It just so happened to find something. You're just like, yo, let me go and get that settled. Had I not checked, I would have never known that. And look, I could have been running on the mountain, not just even out of town. I could have been running on the mountain somewhere, and this done came loose and whipped this, and it's just hanging. And I go to hit my brake, my foot step on this oil, my rear brake just goes, and here I am trying to depend on my rear brake, and I don't have it. So this is why you check. Before you go to meets, you need to check to make sure this stuff is okay. I recently had an issue where my tail light went out. And so I'm actually testing this new tail light out just to make sure it still works. I hit all my safety switches, everything's still working. Let me hit my blinkers. Sorry, I'm filming by myself, guys, so that's why the camera angle might look weird. But that's all. That's what I'm doing, man. Also, I'm checking my tires, making sure there's no punctures, making sure the wear and everything is good on the tire. Something I'm gonna do while I check the tire, I'm gonna go ahead and check my tire pressure. Now this I do just about before every ride. That might be a little excessive to some people, maybe not be, but I'm gonna just check my tire pressure before I go out. Some of you guys that road race or you drag race, dude, check your tire pressure. I remember we was at one event and someone jumped on the bike and there was like 15 pounds in the rear tire. And I'm just like, bro, not on the street. See, for me, my rear tire is a little bit low. So it's cold here in Georgia, so my rear is a little bit low. And I just run what's recommended by the manufacturer, which for my Ducati is 38 in the rear and 34 up front. On the track was the first time I've ever dropped my tire pressure, and it felt good, I needed it. But on the street, I don't ride that hard to justify dropping tire pressure. So my rear was off 4 pounds, excuse me, my rear was off 3 pounds. Let me see about the front. The front is spot on. Dude and Dudette, that's about it. That's my general check of what I will do to make sure Deadshot is ready to go out of town. It's just a basic check. It's nothing intense. It doesn't take forever. It don't take that long just to check and see if that's working. So that's about it, man. That's probably gonna wrap it up for this episode. If there's something else that I might have missed that you guys think I should check, let me know. All right, dude and dudettes, I got one more thing to show y'all. Just real quick, how to stay on my Scrumdiddily. Love this stuff. I have another one that I use. I'll insert a picture because I ran out of it. This chemical, guys, works really good. Most of the time I'll use Honda's polish on my carbon wheels, man. It cleans it and it gives this really quick shine and sheen. And then it almost acts like a protectant or something. I don't know, it works good. And then, whoo, this does it right here. You'll be surprised what this does. This SC1, it brings any like black plastic, it brings it back to that luster, actually. So you see my rear, my tire hugger, you see that? Now watch me spray it. I'm just gonna put some on the towel. Ooh, and this stuff smells good too. Ooh. I'm not gonna wipe the whole thing. I probably should have wiped the smaller part so you really could see. And then let me just dry it off. Now look at that. I know you can tell the change from that on camera. Look how good they look now. Woo! Sheesh!
Blue chocolate. No market. Thank you for watching, dude. No market. Thank you for watching, dudes. No market.